Hi everyone, I'm Sabriye, and in this video I'm going to show you how easy it is in the latest Sitefinity versions to customize or add new options to your rich text editor. In the example today, I'm going to add new formatting options to the rich text editor. By default, we have paragraph, quotation, and headings. We are going to add a new option there. Let me show you now how to add our custom options. So you go to Administration, Settings, then Backend Interface. Then you scroll to the bottom, the Rich Text Editor settings. In this text area, you see the default settings of the Rich Text Editor. Here is where we are going to add our customizations. And in this particular case, we're interested in the formatting options. We're going to replace this formatting by a JSON object. First, we specify the name and we set it to formatting. And then we specify the items. This is an array of JSON object, and these are actually the items that will show in the drop-down under the formatting options. So the important thing here is we first need to add the default options that we saw already available there. Paragraph, quotation, and the headings. If we don't add them here, we are going to see only our custom options. So let's first add the default options. So each option here is a separate JSON object with a text and value properties. The text is what we see when we expand the dropdown, and the value is actually how we want the rich text editor to behave when we select this option. Let's now add the custom option. In the example today, I wanted to use a custom option that will wrap a certain text in an article HTML tag. So we add our JSON object where we set the text to article, and we set the value also to the article. This is the name of the HTML tag. I'm going also to show you something else, which is quite interesting. So we're going to add another option there that will be only available in the context of article. Let me show you how. So we added already our JSON object, just with the only exception that it has a context property. And in this context property, we can specify in the context of which element we want this item to be available. In this case, we want it to be available in the context of article. Okay, let's save changes. So we have an error saving, we have an invalid JSON format. Let's check. Okay, I saw where it is. I have just missed here the quotations. So it's really very important the JSON to be valid. As you saw, you cannot save it if it's not valid. Now that we fixed it, okay, changes have been saved successfully. Our JSON was valid. And now it's time to see what is the result. You see the article is available. I'm going to add now a dummy text and show you how this is going to work. We wrap it, we select from the drop-down article, and we check in the HTML. The system has wrapped the text inside an article tag. This is exactly what we wanted to happen. Let me show you now the second option that we added. I'm adding some new lines to form some sections inside the text, and then I'm selecting article section for each of them. But remember, we are in the context of the article. This is why we see the article section. Let's check the HTML again. So what we see now in the HTML is the article tag, and inside the article tag, we have sections with a specific class. In this case, article section, because this is how we set that in the config. So this is how easy it is to do it. Remember one thing, if you want to deploy that to your production environment, check the admin app config. The changes are made in this file, and if you deploy this file to your production environment, you will have the changes replicated there. That's it.